Behavioural economics on a post-it, number 19, the representativeness heuristic. Before I describe what this heuristic is, this rule of thumb is, I just want to say that what I'm doing in this post-it series, in this set of videos, is trying to convey, some of the main behavioural economic findings, some of the main heuristics and those sorts of things, some of the main concepts that have been highlighted in behavioural economics and behavioural public policy. I'm not advocating that people ought to believe in these concepts or ought to believe that the various phenomena that I'm presenting to you are valid. I'm not advocating that. I'm just trying to describe to you what these phenomena are, right? Some of the phenomena, some of the concepts and so-called biases I'm sceptical about myself. But nonetheless, that doesn't detract from the fact that, all of these phenomena are central, really, to the development of behavioural economics and then on from that, behavioural public policy. So you should, my advice is always to approach these things that I'm presenting to you, and indeed anything, with a questioning eye. That's the art of being a scholar, I think, isn't it? Anyway, the representative heuristic. What the representative heuristic says basically is this little sentence at the top here. People evaluate the probability of something being the case by the degree to which X resembles Y. So really, it's almost like a form of stereotyping, that people have almost like a form of stereotyping in their minds, and this can sort of outweigh or trump the objective probabilities of something being the case, right? So this kind of stereotyping can, if you like, this representative heuristic can conflict with the underlying assumptions in standard economic theory, standard rational choice theory, right? Now, what I'm going to try to do to illustrate this concept is I've just sort of devised a version of a famous demonstration of representativeness that was drawn up by Kahneman and Tversky. I've added my own twist to it, and I'm going to present that here. But before I present it, what I want to do for our either for people that are not fans of English football or don't really understand English football too well, I should emphasise that Leicester City have a football team that's now quite good over the last few years, and they play in the colour blue, right? And the animal that is associated with Leicester City Football Club is the fox, right? The fox, right? Okay, so consider Mark. Mark is quite a reserved and serious individual. He likes order and is comfortable with numbers. He enjoys football. His favourite colour is blue, and his favourite animal is the fox. Right? Which of the following statements, reading on to the bottom, which of the following statements is more likely to be true? Mark is a bank teller, or Mark is a bank teller who supports Leicester City, a team that plays in blue and is associated with the animal, the fox, right? Now, if you were to present this to lots of people, if the representative heuristic held up, then quite a significant number of people would probably say that Mark is more likely to be a bank teller who supports Leicester City than Mark just being a bank teller, right? B is more likely than A. But statistically, if you think about it, that's impossible, isn't it? Right? Bank tellers who support Leicester City will only be probably quite a small subset of the total number of people who are bank tellers, right? B cannot statistically be more likely than A. So if people were to say B is more likely than A, they would suffer from the representative heuristic in this context, and they would violate the assumptions of standard rational choice theory. Okay, so that essentially in a nutshell is the representative heuristic. People evaluate probability by the degree to which X resembles Y. I'm in trouble turning this off. Just turn it off.